खेल के और उनके साथ खेल के मेरी एक ड्रीम पूरी हो गई है सोफा।
बहुत आपने एक्सपेक्ट किया था कि आप वर्ल्ड कप टीम में हिस्सा बनेंगे या बन सकते हैं?
नहीं, मैंने एक बार भी एक्सपेक्ट तो किया ही नहीं था। मेरा जॉब इज़ टू खाली खेलना और अपने टीम को जिताना। अनफॉर्चुनेटली रणजी ट्रॉफी इस बार नहीं जिता पाया हूँ। कोशिश यही रहेगी कि नेक्स्ट साल आके फिर से एक बार रणजी ट्रॉफी को एटलीस्ट जीताऊँ।
कैसा रहा आपका अनुभव रणजी ट्रॉफी फाइनल खेलना और बड़े प्लेयर?
बहुत ही अच्छी रही मेरे लिए तो। एक मेमोरेबल मोमेंट था दिस 5 days अगेंस्ट बॉम्बे में खेलना, उसमें परफॉर्म करना, फेसिंग अजीत अगरकर, जायद खान, रमेश पॉल। बहुत ही अच्छा लगा, बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस हुआ। क्वालिटी बॉलर्स फेस करने मिले, तो इम्प्रूवमेंट करूँगा। जहाँ जहाँ भी देखूँगा जाके लैपटॉप एंड वीडियो कैमरास में देखूँगा कहाँ गलती है, सुधारने की कोशिश यही रहेगी। थैंक यू
सर। How do you feel about the concept of domestic rating?
I think it's a very good idea for domestic ratings, because what it does is it gives the players who play Ranji Trophy the incentive. It gives them the recognition, and as you saw towards the end, after the individual prizes were given, there was the Ceat Domestic 11, which recognized performances. It's a balanced team that was taken out, depending on who were the top points winners in the batting, who were the top points winners in bowling, and the wicket keeper. So it's almost like an alternative India team, though of course with Robin Utthapa being in the team, because it takes so much more domestic cricket than the international players. So it is basically a very good initiative by Ceat to try and encourage those who are playing domestic cricket, because without domestic cricket you don't get international cricket. You'll have to speak a little loudly, please.
These are kind of format to put base player out to circuit to front of selectors.
Yes, obviously, because what happens is sometimes not all selectors are able to follow the performances in different parts of the country, because there's not maybe that much coverage of every single Ranji Trophy game. So when you have an 11 done like this, then you actually, the selectors also know, okay, oh, this person has done well, he's had a very good season, and so therefore it also keeps the selectors aware that there have been performers, not necessarily from their own zone, but also from other parts of the country.
Sir, Mumbai won the Ranji finals, but they haven't won any award. How do you feel about that?
But that is probably a reflection of the slow start that Mumbai had. Mumbai had a slow start in the league phase of the Ranji Trophy. They didn't do well in the first 3 matches and 3 or 4 matches. In fact, they didn't get any points in the first 4 matches, and they picked up points, bonus points in the last 3 matches, and therefore qualified for the knockout stage. And maybe that is a reflection that their players at the start of the Ranji season were not as productive or as consistent as they became towards the end of the season.
Does that reflect the quality of cricket in Mumbai also, because there are no players in the Ceat short domestic players?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, the fact that Mumbai has won the Ranji Trophy means that they have combined better than the other teams. Sometimes you might have a situation that there's no outstanding player in an 11. But everybody is making useful contributions, and therefore the team keeps on winning, and that's exactly what has happened with Mumbai this time. If you have a look at the performances, most of the Mumbai players have had pretty ordinary seasons. Some of them have had a good match or 2, but on a basis of about 9 matches, not everybody has had 9 outstanding games. So I think that perhaps is shown in the Ceat Domestic Cricket Ratings.
So, how do you see India's chances in the World Cup?
सर आज भी पूरे देश में आपको आदर्श मानते हुए बच्चे खेलने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और चाहते हैं उन बच्चों के लिए, उन युवा खिलाड़ियों के लिए क्या कहना चाहेंगे, उनको किस तरह की प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए आगे?
प्रैक्टिस तो उनके जो कोच है वो उनको बताएंगे कैसी तरह से प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए। उनके जो फिजिकल ट्रेनर्स है वो उनको बताएंगे कैसी किस तरह से फिजिकल कंडीशनिंग, फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग करनी चाहिए। और फिर जब वो आगे बढ़ेंगे, मतलब कि स्टेट टीम में आएंगे या नेशनल टीम में आएंगे, तो वहाँ के जो कोचेज और वहाँ के जो फिजिकल ट्रेनर्स हैं उनके एडवाइस के मुताबिक अगर गए तो
जानना चाहेंगे कि मेहनत ज़रूरी होती है या लगन या जज्बा?
मेहनत बिल्कुल ज़रूरी होती है। किसी भी फील्ड में, किसी भी करियर में मेहनत की तो बहुत ज़रूरत होती है। और क्रिकेट में और एक बात की बड़ी ज़रूरत होती है, वो है लक।
जैसे गावस्कर अगर प्रेजेंट सेटअप में अगर कुछ और इम्प्रूवमेंट कर रहे हैं, जैसे होम और अवे मैचेस अगर इम्पोर्टेंट टीम्स एक ही सीजन में खेले, तो लास्ट 3 times we have seen it for the third time with UP, Railways and now Mumbai, that teams are starting without any points, and then after 2-3 matches, a burst of performance they are coming. So do you think it's a good trend or some rectification in the format can be?
Well, I think it seems to be working very well. I've had a chat with a lot of captains, a lot of players, and they seem to think that this format of Ranji Trophy, the points format, seems to be working well. But nevertheless, I think the endeavour of the BCCI Technical Committee has always been to try and get the views of the coaches and the captains. And while we did not have that meeting the last year, this year I think a meeting with the captains and coaches is planned at the end of March when all the domestic matches will be over. Now after this there are the one-day matches and all that. And so after that we will try and have a meeting with the captains and the coaches and ask them what is needed to improve the quality of performance in Indian cricket. I have to say that the previous meetings with captains and coaches have been wonderfully productive, because every captain, every coach has come forward and had something or the other to say, and then thereafter, we've been able to get very valuable, advice, valuable points from them, which then the technical committee has considered and tried to implement.
What would you say about the need for more courageous approach for pitches?
Do you think it is for a cricketer to fit the domestic schedule in his, in the current year?
Well,
and also that most cricketers don't get to play too much domestic cricket as we've seen over the last year.
Well, you would have seen in since the Indian team returned from South Africa and played in a few of the matches. Not all of them were able to play because some of their teams didn't qualify. But you would have seen how their participation, like in the finals here and then in the semi-finals or the last qualifying match, you would have seen how it energized the rest of the team. It energizes the opposition you're playing, because quite frankly, to be on the same park as the Indian captain or a Tendulkar or a Ganguly, to be sharing the same dressing room, to be sharing the same playing area, is a tremendous inspiration.